Queen Carvania stood haloed by the morning sun. An army hung on her every word.
My champions, I have sold my chariot on Carvana. 'Twas a lovely SUV, an inexplicably queenly offer. They're even coming to the castle to collect it. Tonight, we feast! An offer you can feast on. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Bitch Bible Podcast. Can somebody send a gun to my house? It is Sunday morning. It's God's day. If you hear the tempting croons of Shakira in the background, it is because I have a full crew here. 7 days a week, we are doing the baby's room. And I am holding off for like a download slump to hit you with the gender reveal, but it's really coming together. I've gotten all new window treatments. We're really incorporating cornice boards / valances, if you will, into the space. So things are going great. I am, high highs, low lows over here. Like some days I'm in the best mood ever and I'm just feeling like sprightly and bitchy and fun. And then some days I wake up and Andrew, like the first thing he asks me every day because training. He's like, what can I get you, honey? And for the past 3 days, I've asked for a gun. I say an iced matcha and a gun. And he's like, I'm not going to get you a gun. I'm like, find one, figure it out. That's a joke. Don't worry. But I'm in a mood. And I know I'm going to come back around because she always does. But it's not that I'm depressed and feel a sense of stagnant, but maybe just a little bit. I had this epiphany a week or two ago where I was like, I'm halfway. I'm like 5 months. And then I'm like, holy fuck, I'm only halfway and I have so much longer to go. And this is TMI, but you should know that there's a deep, I don't want to say sore, there's a tenderness to my like butthole that I can't really describe. It's like I feel pressure down there and I'm fearful for my life because this baby is moving and grooving already. Like I don't remember because I've just disassociated, but I'm feeling the baby move like crazy. And it's always at a very inconvenient time. It's like when I settle in and I'm ready to like watch Lynn Curtin be evicted from her house. And then the baby inside of me, the demon inside of me starts breakdancing. And then I feel like the baby's just like pushing up all the fluids into my throat. And I'm like, why did I do this again? And I'm just starting to like inch closer to the reality that I'm going to have 2 kids. And like, I was someone that like didn't even know if I wanted one, which is kind of a lie and a bit of a defense mechanism because I don't know how true that really is. It's not that I didn't want children. It's just that I didn't want to be like so hands-on raising them. Like the amount of like just kind of sweat equity and like and unfulfilling labor that goes into having children is just not something that's like really been high on my to-do list. I find it to be just taxing and a grind. And everyone's like, one day you look back. You know what kills me? Someone said this to me last weekend. And I wanted to literally, she was such an old, sweet woman, but I had like a really vengeful thought. I was like clutching a fork and I'm like, what if I just stabbed her in the neck? Because like, what a dumb bitch. She comes up to me and she puts her little liver spotted hand on my shoulder. And she's like, these are the best moments of your life. Just remember, one day you'll look back, you're in the very best chapter of your life. I'm like, I have acid reflux. My son slapped me across the face this morning and I can't have oysters. So you're a bitch. Keep walking, okay? Before I fucking take you out at the knees, you brittle bitch. But that haunted me a little bit. She's like, these are the best days of your life. And I'm like, I don't think, okay, maybe like that's a you problem, but my life has been pretty great. Well, we've had a couple dark years, but all in all, like pre-kids, great. post kid, wonderful. Now 2 looming in the horizon. It's starting to get real. You know what I mean? The walls are getting painted as we speak. The window treatments are up. I took the frame TV off the wall. We're moving furniture. I'm like, I'm starting to, people are like, you need to start getting organized. You need to start getting organized. That's what everyone says to me. It's time to start getting organized. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, sorry. It's on God's day, and he went to church this morning. I shouldn't be cussing in my own home. But anyways, so that's where I'm at. Just like irritated, annoyed. Also, Clyde's been so mean to me. I've joked that this is my first toxic relationship, but I'm not joking. Clyde has been so mean to me lately. Like, I know he's obsessed with me, and like when shit hits the fan, he wants me, which I go running. I like leap to him. I'm like, oh my God, he called for me. He loves me. He needs me. Like, so kind of, what's her name? Not Nancy Jo Grace. What's her name? We're going to get this. Use your little brain, Jackie. Use your little brain. Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Thank you so much, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. It's very D Blanchard. Like, I'm so excited when he calls for me, but he's been such a dick to me lately, and I feel so unappreciated. I'm like, bitch, do you know what I do for you? I bleed out for you. Here's another thing that's really, like, I don't even care about all of that stuff. That's just like me rationalizing my dark feelings right now because like my son is being an asshole, but that's not what's going on here. The truth of the matter is I can fully disassociate from my family life. The real trauma going on in the Schimmel-Haas household, and this is just also pertinent and really, really relatable in the state of the world, but we are having yet another flooring crisis. A couple weeks ago, I expressed a bit of a kerfuffle, a catastrophe, if you will. The beautiful vein in muted beige travertine tiles that I found that needed to be imported from Italy, okay? La Dolce Vita. So tits deep, I'm making phone calls. I'm offering sexual favors. I'm able to acquire this tile, this very specific depth of tile that I need to lay over the pre-existing concrete base so that we can meet at the door jamb. Okay. Because I've got a ranch style house, the door jams, the drainage, we're doing linear drains. It's a whole operation. Okay. So like a victor, like a champion, like the winner that I am, you know, I don't see obstacles. I don't see solutions. I see opportunity. Okay. And blood, sweat, and tears, I am able to expedite and acquire this tile. I mean, I was blowing minds. The contractors, everyone's like, wow, Jackie, you did it, girl. Like there was going to be a parade in my neighborhood for me. I'm like a gestational beacon of triumph. Okay. I have a meeting a couple days ago with my pool contractor and my project manager and the designer and the drainage and all the people. And everyone's like, here's the problem. We got to take out all the concrete because we need to run additional drainage. Once they started like ripping up the pool, ripping up the things, looking at the inner workings, there's roots. It's a whole thing. So now this pre-existing concrete slab that we were going to go over and salvage bits and pieces of, everything needs to come up, okay? And if we want to pour an additional concrete slab, it's going to be close to 6 figures of a fucking change fee. I'm not trying to even know this baby for the first 4 months of its life. That's going to cost a pretty penny. There's this impending sense of financial doom hovering, okay? And I am someone, I don't know if it stems from my grandmother, but I have Great Depression mentality. As fiscally irresponsible as I can be after a couple martinis in Paris, I very much so, and Andrew too, I'm not going Lynn Curtin broke. I'm not phoning a relative or a friend to ask for a little kashish so that I can get those balances up. Like I have lived as a severely independent person for a very long time now, and I just need the cushion. We need the cushion, okay? And I'm now starting to crunch these numbers, and I'm like, this is getting out of hand here. A 6-figure change fee, we can't do. I already did the dim the lights tour. That we're not. I can't suckle the opportunities dry. It's starting to feel a little 5150 Mayday alert, okay? And yes, we plan for this and we prep for this and we know there's a little wiggle room. And I've always, who's calling me? Tim Dillon is calling me. Excuse me, I have to take this. Name drop. I cannot even tell you how many times Andrew has gotten ready for a night out and I've had to march him right back into that closet because he looks like a shaka surf shack burger joint biatch, okay? We're not doing like jeans and slides and like weird sweatshirt. It's just terrible, okay? Luckily, I found the perfect solution to Andrew's wardrobe woes with Jack Archer. I bought him 700 pairs of their Jet Setter Tech pant. It has changed the game. Instead of needing different pants for work, travel, weekends, the Jet Setter Tech pant is designed to do more with one pair. They're built for the office, the golf course, date nights, everything in between. They're made with flexible fabric. If your husband is pear-shaped like mine, know that they will stay comfortable put together. They're also wrinkle resistant, stain repellent, machine washable, just the best. Right now, Jack Archer is offering our listeners 15% off your first order with promo code GETJACK. Go to jackarcher.com and use promo code GETJACK for 15% off your first order and see why thousands of people have given the Jet Setter Tech pant 5 stars. That's jackarcher.com, promo code GETJACK for 15% off your first order. When I curl up for a good night's sleep, I turn the AC down to 36 degrees. I want it to feel like I'm in Antarctica. There's nothing worse than a sweaty night's sleep and waking up with swamp tits and a humid John Bonet hairdo to boot. There are so many things to blame for a hot night's sleep, but the truth is it's probably your bedding. Wrong sheets trap heat. Boll and Branch is like the cool side of the pillow, but everywhere all night long. Boll and Branch's fabrics are breathable, soft, and temperature regulating so you can get a relaxing night's sleep. Their bedding is made of 100% organic cotton, and unlike synthetic cooling technology or chemically treated fabrics, the cooling is structural. I love these sheets. I have them on every bed of my house. Clyde just got a big boy bed, and I bought him a pair. They are perfection. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch during their annual summer event. For a limited time, get 20% off site-wide at bollandbranch.com/bitchbible with code bitchbible. That's Boll and Branch, bollandbranch.com/bitchbible, code bitchbible to take 20% off. bollandbranch.com/bitchbible, code bitchbible, exclusions apply. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that. Had to take a brief intermission. Tim Dillon called me. We were just like talking shit about people and then also discussing the travesty of both of our backyard renovations. Just misery and community in, what was I going to say? Community in misery. That's it. That's the name of this episode. Community in misery. Period. I also am having like very vengeful thoughts. And we're going to circle back to my backyard renovation because it is just the most pertinent of information. I'm having like dreams of killing Andrew, which I think is really healthy. I sent this fucker to the market. Okay. We just had a beautiful lunch. I had a enchilada without sour cream, a health conscious beauty, and I needed him to pick up basically nothing for Gelson's. This was the list. I'm making a chicken piccata, if anyone is wondering, a gorge chicken piccata and a Caesar salad and a sweet potato with tahini. That's kind of my new hyperfixation. I saw one TikTok about, oh my God, these TikToks that I'm getting served right now about like the AI little babies in the womb that are like, please, mommy, sit down. I need rest. You need rest. And I like send them to Andrew passive aggressively being like, see, the baby wants me to sit on my ass. And I'm like, this is literally a cartoon. This is like Kim Possible. It's so pathetic and fucked, but whatever. This was the list. I sent this at 1:14 p.m. It is now 2:24 p.m. Okay. And I know because I've been tracking this man, he spent an hour and 10 minutes retrieving the following groceries from Gelson's, which is 4 minutes from our house. Capers, shallots, garlic, lemon, Italian parsley, romaine lettuce heads, and 3 sweet potatoes, which are all in the produce section, okay? All of this is in the same, like, 3-foot radius. An hour and 10 fucking minutes. Of course, how many follow-up questions did I get? 3. Red sweet potato or regular sweet potatoes? What kind of lemon? Meyer lemon or normal lemon? Romaine lettuce chopped or the ones in the bag? Meanwhile, I literally wrote romaine lettuce heads. Like, couldn't be more specific. And I knew unless I said like 1 head of garlic, 2 shallots, like it just, everything takes so long. It's unbelievable, actually. Okay, let's circle back. Because I need to just talk through this with you. And then we're going to like go back to the drawing board. I have an emergency 911 meeting with my designer today on God's Day at 4:45 p.m. because now that these tiles have come in. By the way, I wish people are gonna be like, really, Jackie, an hour and 10 minutes at Gelson's? We're circling back to Andrew, then we're circle back to the yard. Like, I bet he was, okay, I'd be, by the way, thrilled cartwheels in the grass if Andrew was like getting hanky-panky hand jobs under the 101 and that's why it took so long. No, a girl can dream. It's because he's not that smart. It's not that smart. Why am I whispering like I give a fuck? Anyways, back to the yard catastrophe of 2026. So we've got a bunch of open terrain, new plumbing, new drainage, new electrical, a bunch of shit under the surface that costs a gajillion dollars that we have to do, but that is not fun or sexy for me, okay? So now I am in this predicament where I have 3,000 square feet of tile that I can no longer use unless I accept the change fees. So now we're going back to the drawing board. And in my plans, we were doing this really beautiful kind of like vein in stone, big format tiles. And then for the fireplace area, we were going to do like a verde green marble adjacent and cream checkerboard vignette, if you will. Now that this is off the table, Jackie Schimmel can whip. We can nay-nay. I can pivot, okay? I'm not married to anyone or anything or any idea. I'm thinking outside of the box. I think, what is a resolution here so that I don't have to accept the 6-figure change fee to salvage these tiles? I'm able to get, I think I'm going to be able to return the tiles at a restocking fee, which will still save me money because of that really, really high change fee. So this is what I'm thinking. Okay, everybody close your eyes. I don't know why I was so turned off by the idea of pavers. I don't know what pavers are, but apparently pavers are the way of the future. And before you send me any fucking DM about your hot tips and your recs, just don't do it. There's too many cooks in the kitchen, and I don't politely give a fuck what your input is on my yard. Okay, love you. If I solicit, yes. This is not a solicitation. This is a woman sharing things begrudgingly because I'm going through a difficult time. Here's what I'm thinking. A muted stone checkerboard pool deck for the entirety of the yard. Okay, now granted, we have a lot of greenery. We've got a shit ton of grass, a huge, huge lawn. As my designer calls it, she keeps calling everything like the grand. She calls it the grand staircase, the grand lawn. On the plans, it's the grand lawn. I said, honey, this ain't Versailles. I mean, it's a suburban home, a family home, but the grand lawn feels ridiculous, but we're going with it. So I'm thinking instead of having the vignette of the fireplace, we go back to the drawing board and we mix. We're not doing a black and white checkerboard that's a little Martin Ballard RuPaul Architectural Digest. I'm thinking, what if we do the softest cream and the softest slightly lighter cream, okay? And do a very, very muted, understated, Parisian, countryside estate checkerboard. Of course, when we do checkerboard, now write this down, we're never doing a linear checkerboard. We're always doing a diagonal. We're doing a checkerboard that's diamond, not squares. Okay, this is not Ed DeBevick's in Los Angeles for, or Johnny Rockets. Everything has to be, so when you walk out, it's diamonds. It's not squares, okay? What if we do a soft cream and a softer cream, transitional checkerboard paver, stone paver pool deck in lieu of my vein in creamy travertine? And I'm starting to live with it a little more. And I'm actually starting to think that maybe this is a blessing in disguise because A, better for drainage, more durable, less slippery, kind of like forever materials, really, really thick, kind of indestructible, and a little bit more muted and cohesive than having different vignettes of flooring. So whether or not I actually believe that, that's what we're doing. We're pivoting. And I just wanted to keep everybody in the know that Jackie Schimmel, you know, she's flexible. She's fun. She's frisky. And she's flexible. What else? Oh my God, so many things to discuss. Oh my God. More catastrophic news. This episode is a buzzkill. Okay, you're welcome. The Buzzkill Bible. Ladies of London is on pause right now. And I was doing a little deep dive, and allegedly it's Margot's fault. Okay, I don't have any real evidence here, but I was shocked that they paused Ladies of London. I loved Ladies of London. I thought the casting was perfect. You know, Hecabe's dead. What is it? Hecate? Pachanga? Pocahontas. I don't know. Martha's bird has passed away. And listen, I actually watched the video of her crying into Instagram stories and mourning the loss of her life partner, Hecate, the bird. That's definitely not the bird's name. I don't give a fuck because I hate birds. And I feel very badly for her. I watched the video and I was like, oh my God, this really is sad. But not because of the dead bird, but because of how broken Martha is because of a bird drowning in her apartment. So apparently what happened is, I don't really remember, but the bird... She said the bird was usually really mindful about bodies of water and like maybe like went into a bucket and then went for a swim and then went night, never woke up. I don't know. Here's the thing. One less bird in the sky. Love it. And also keeping a bird in an apartment that maybe belongs outside. Listen, I support Martha and whatever she does. I'm not putting a PETA claim on her. I just think, I mean, first of all, very brave for her to bring her story to the digital universe because, you know, there's going to be a lot of fodder about it. The bird, I never heard of a bird drowning. You know, Hecate probably was like, bitch, you better clean this place up or I'm going to drown myself because it was teetering on Grey Gardens a bit. I don't want to say that Hecate's death was a suicide, but I'm just saying with all those dust ruffles and all those tchotchkes in a confined space and all that peeling paint, I might lay in a bucket myself. It's sad. I shouldn't laugh. I mean, it's sad, but also like I hate birds with a wild, crippling passion. So when I see roadkill, I've said this so many times, like if I see a dead bird in the road, it's a good day for Jackie Schimmel. I get a smile, I get a grin, and I get a warm feeling in all of my special places. So I feel bad for her, but that's not what this is about. This is about Ladies of London being on pause. I was shocked. I thought that it was just kind of a shoe-in and they were going to announce it in due time because Bravo's kind of been rolling out all of their like new show announcements, but I not for one second thought that maybe it wasn't going to come back. I mean, I just thought that it was magic in a bottle and it happens so rarely. Like, do we need another season of Next Gen NYC? Not really, but we need a Ladies of London and whatever, I mean, what I'm gathering from the internet, allegedly, okay, the rumblings is that the holdup is because of one villainess, Margot. And I can tell you that I have sniffed out dark energy from the lightest of lassies, okay? I can meet someone that is beloved by the masses and I can tell that there's like a lingering dark nature to them. It's just like always been my greatest gift. I remember when I was 7 years old, my dad was working with someone, okay, who everyone loved. And I remember telling my parents and like, I don't like him. And they're like, why? He's literally the nicest person in the world. Like they will build statues of him one day. I'm like, I'm telling you, something's wrong. Like something is amiss. I've been doing this my whole life. And Margot, obviously, like this is not the revelation of the century, but Margot has, I'm going to say something crazy. Margot has the darkest energy. Like, she makes Russell Armstrong look light and fluffy like a meringue. Margot has very, very dark energy in a way that is not even like fully tangible to the naked eye. Like, yes, obviously, she's got some demons. She's been open with it. She was going through postpartum. I'm not talking about this light surface stuff. I'm talking about deep, 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 deep darkness that I just can't explain to anyone. And her whole life, her whole London life is a complete sham. That home in Notting Hill that she rented, in London, you can rent an apartment. I mean, everywhere, but you can like lease a place by the week. It's a very transitional city. People pop in, people pop out. I know this firsthand. Okay. So her renting a flat, like a gorgeous flat for 3 weeks, she's not a resident of London. Her whole storyline and backstory, and it was all very much so fabricated for the show. And granted, we needed her this season. Everybody needs a villain. But what I'm hearing is that because of the way that she was portrayed on the show, and a lot of the I guess there's a lot more that we didn't see when she was in a fight with Mark Francis. And I guess there was a lot of implied homophobic remarks, both off camera and on camera. And now she's in a lawsuit, some type of slander, allegedly has some type of open lawsuit with the production company for the way that she was portrayed on the show, or was alluded to be portrayed because, of that situation with Mark and her calling him a freak and this, that, the other thing. And that's what's holding up the fucking show. And this is a personal message to Margot. Okay. Fuck you, by the way, for taking that joy and that gift for all of us. I hate litigious reality stars. Were you born under a rock? Were you Nell in the woods that you don't know how this fucking plays out? I just can't stand people. The fact that she lives down the road in Malibu, but is professing to be some lady of London and then fucking up our viewing pleasures. It's darker than I could have even imagined. Americans spend over $60 billion a year on supplements. Not million, billion, baby, okay? We've seen every influencer and their mother hawking pills online, so why are nutrient deficiencies still so common? No matter how powerful a supplement could be, it only works if your body absorbs it. The Absorption Company has created supplements that absorb dramatically better than traditional options, okay? I've tried magnesium supplements before, and none of them honestly seem to work for me. From sleep to stress to muscle recovery and mood, magnesium impacts almost everything, but I found out that most magnesium supplements absorb super, super poorly. The Absorption Company's magnesium absorbs 8 times better than standard magnesium, so you're getting better sleep, better muscle recovery, and a better mood. I tried this, and when I tell you, I have been sleeping like a baby, despite my personal situation, sleeping like a baby. They also have a really amazing berberine supplement. Berberine is known as nature's Ozempic, okay? So give it a go. It supports metabolism, cravings, insulin sensitivity, and blood sugar. This product does not contain semaglutide and is not intended to replace prescription medications. Start taking supplements your body can actually absorb. Go to absorbmore.com and enter Bitch Bible at checkout for up to 35% off your first order. That's absorbmore.com and enter Bitch Bible at checkout for 35% off your first order. Even though I'm, and say it with me now, ugly, fat, poor, I still needed to do a little summer wardrobe refresh. With the summer months here, I needed lighter, breathable fabrics that still felt effortless and chic. And of course, they needed to be cute and high quality without breaking the bank. Because unfortunately, I'm on a budget, okay? That's why I've been shopping with Quince. They focus on high quality essentials. Think breathable linen, soft organic cotton, washable silk, but without the luxury markup. It's that rare balance where everything feels elevated but still easy breezy. I have so many pieces from Quince. The cotton cashmere sweater, okay? It is the perfect layering piece. I wear it all the time. Quince has beautiful everyday pieces, like 100% European linen pants. Also, I mean, their homeware is amazing. Their workout clothes are amazing. Their washable silk is incredible. If you haven't tried it, the hype is so real. Please give it a go. Elevate your summer wardrobe. Go to quince.com/bitchbible for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/bitchbible for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/bitchbible. Other Bravo happenings that are just killing me right now. I mean, Lisa Barlow is really on this tip right now where she's like, New York is my ethnicity. New York is my nationality. New York is my bloodline. Like, I am New York. What does she keep saying? She's like, New York is my DNA. Like, lovingly, you live in a tract home in Salt Lake City. So, like, you're a Mormon that lives in a tract home. So I'm not really sure how that no offense to the Mormon community. Love you like a sister. But like, what, because you like had a hot dog and a TikTok reel, you're like, New York is my nationality. Okay. It's like a different part of the country. It's like, then fucking move there. Pack up your, furniture set and your wall art that you got from Home Goods, your mass-produced canvases, and book it back to New York, bitch. Like, what are you doing? Stop. By the way, we get being from New York is very cool. I totally understand, but New York is my DNA. It's who I am. I'm from New York. Like, well, then get a chinchilla and move back, honey. Okay? I see your accent wall, your stacked stone accent wall from the Empire State Building. Pack up. It's stupid. It's a stupid thing to lean back on. Taylor Swift is allegedly getting married this upcoming weekend, the July 4th wedding. People are saying that some permits were filed in the city of New York where they're shutting down streets that are all adjacent to Madison Square Garden, and that she's going to have, this is all alleged, no intel, that she's going to have kind of a smaller, more intimate wedding ceremony, and then she's going to blow it out and have a crazy party at Madison Square Garden. I find it interesting that she would want to throw a party in a venue like that, which is like so coincides with what she does. Taylor Swift is arguably maybe the greatest, not the greatest, maybe the greatest, I'm not sure, but like the most famous star in the world. And to throw like your wedding in Madison Square Garden, like, are they going to redo the bathrooms for the wedding? Because let me tell you something. If I was going to a wedding and I had to use the Madison Square Garden like handicap stall, because we're always going handicapped. I had another situation. Now that I'm pregnant, I feel like less bad about using the handicap stall. But there was a woman on crutches at the Topanga Mall the other day, and I was definitely using the stall. I'm just like still so constipated and raw in my undercarriage that when I do have 15 minutes to just really let loose and rest my legs at the Topanga Mall, and then I hear the crutches, I'm like, oh God, but thank God I'm pregnant because I kind of like limp everywhere. I've been performatively limping in the home, just so Andrew worries about me. Like, I want Andrew to be worried about me this whole pregnancy and just in life, which is so funny because he's such a naturally worried person, but I just like to play on those emotions because I feel like the power dynamic just swings in my favor when he's just like a little bit worried. You know what I mean? About everything all the time. It's fun. You should try it. So I like anytime he's around the house, I kind of like drag one of my legs, which is so funny because I used to do that as a kid when I would go to the park by myself. I'm not going to get fully into it because it's really not of the times, but I used to do a little bit of a voice and a little bit of a facial expression, and I would definitely drag a leg because I thought in the off chance that there was a kidnapper at the park that they probably wouldn't want to deal with me, if I had a little bit of a bum leg and some other party favors that I was bringing to the table. And I'm kind of like doing that now, I just like, I'm dragging a leg around the house and he's like, is everything okay? I'm like, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm just so tired. He's like, what's with your leg? I'm like, I'm just sore, it's leg pain. It's just like something ominous like that where he and then I see him Googling late at night what's going on. He's like, pregnancy, leg pain. And then of course it's like preeclampsia, it's always the worst thing. And then he's like, have you talked to your doctor about it? And I'm like, no, but it's fine. What was I saying? Handicap stall, bathrooms, Madison Square Garden, Taylor Swift. And we're back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go. I am thinking that this is happening. If you put a gun to my head a couple weeks ago, dreams, cue the Cranberries, I would have been like, no way, that's a decoy. Now I'm thinking maybe this bitch is going through with it. I would imagine when you have all the money in the world, you're going to be able to make Madison Square Garden feel intimate. Also, they say they're having 1,000 people. Who the fuck has any type of a gathering with 1,000 people? I mean, granted, if you're Taylor Swift and you're used to being in a room full of 35 to 50,000 people, a la the Eras tour, maybe 1,000 feels intimate. But that poor girl, she's going to be doing a meet and greet at her own fucking wedding. I wish we were friends. I'd call her up. I'd be like, listen, I love this for you. Like Mother Teresa inviting everyone and their gay brother to your wedding celebration. I understand. We want to celebrate. But do you really want to be rubbing elbows and clinking glasses with 1,000 fucking people? That is my nightmare, a literal nightmare. But stars are really not just like us, and that might make her feel like a princess. You know what I mean? The more the merrier, the more the scarier. That's what I always say. But okay, have a great time. Yeah, everyone thought that it was last weekend at a Rhode Island mansion, but we don't know. What we don't know won't hurt us. And I think if I was a betting woman, I would say she probably is getting married this weekend, and we look forward to it. Do I think we're going to see any of it? I don't know. I mean, she might hit us because she included us in the engagement. She might hit us with a marital portrait. But that we're not going to be, I mean, I hope so. With 1,000 people, that's kind of hard to navigate unless you're taking people's phones, which is also fucking annoying. I don't think we're going to see shit, but I wish her well. I wonder where she's registered. Can you imagine? Do we think that there's definitely a 0% chance that Taylor Swift has a wedding registry, but do you think she's going to be annoying and ask people to donate to charity? Oh God, the worst. So just you do it. Unless she would like the charity to be Jackie Schimmel Needs New Tiles .inc. Okay, which is a very important charitable organization. Other than that, oh God, I don't like a wedding with a purpose. I don't like a baby shower with a mission statement. I hate that shit. By the way, write this fucking down every fucking year during the holidays, okay? My agent or my manager or whoever, they make a charitable donation in my honor as my Christmas present, to which I say, fucking don't. One of them was so insane one year. Oh no, it wasn't. It was like a hurricane or something. I'm sorry. What was I saying? Charity starts at home. Woo! Oh, that's going to go over well. Okay, we're going to do a quick pivot there. 2 people I'm obsessed with on Instagram. It is almost Leo season, and we are naming the puppy. I do not know what her full name is, but it's Susan Sarandon's daughter, and her Instagram handle is Happily Ava After, which I just... God, there are no words, okay? And she's doing voiceover, and she's doing quirky divorcee mom content, and I hate every second of it. She is insufferable. To go from being in one of the greatest movies of our time, Saved, starring Macaulay Culkin and Mandy Moore and Anna Paquin as Juno before Juno was a thing. A great movie, really. And she was in that movie and she was like so cool and edgy. And also, what's that other movie that was so good? Banger Sisters. Really riding her mother's coattails, you know what I mean, in that one. But got her footing and then gave us Saved and everything was fine. Yeah, she is doing a lot and she's given a lot of tips and a lot of tricks and a lot of mocktail bar recipes, which I don't need to see that, to quote Valerie Cherish. Here's the thing. When I just beg this of people, consumers at home, when taking tips and tricks from anyone on the internet, I ask you to be more mindful and do a little bit of research into the person that you are allocating guidance from. For example, Happily Ever Ava. I love this. If she DMs me, I'm like, I just physically can't because I'm in too bitchy of a mood just don't. Okay, if you're listening at home, just fucking don't. Or if some bitchy friend of yours sends this to you, just don't. Let's just live parallel universes. I don't want to commingle. It's okay. You're going to be fine. You're welcome for the free plugs. I say this to you, okay, before you make a French toast bake that Happily Ava After sends to you. We need to start looking at these bitches' backsplashes because you can tell a lot about a person based on their backsplash. And after observing her interior choices, okay? First of all, a year-round door wreath. We've covered so many times. If I go over to someone's house and they've got a wreath on their door and it's fucking May, there's just, especially if it's a faux foliage wreath on, oh my God, another thing, on multiple doors, you're not doing good, okay? You're not seeing the world with clear optics. Let them! They can do whatever they want. It's my house. Okay, you can, but I am going to talk shit about you, okay? And if you're a friend of mine, I'm going to talk shit about you to your face. I'm going to be like, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on here, okay? I went to my friend's house recently. And she was wanting to like renovate some stuff. So she's like, walk through like with me. I just want to show you some stuff, whatever. And she's like, you're being so nice. And I'm like, well, just give me time. Let me warm up. I just got here. And then we moved to her dining room and I looked at her and I said, what the fuck? She had a table runner, like a bohemian table runner. And then on top of it, she still had her Christmas kind of tablescape, like a crystally Z gallery, sequined silver elongated placemat in the middle of her fucking dining table. And I said, okay, well, now it's time to start bullying you. What the fuck is that? And she's like, oh, it's from Christmas. I said, cool, it's June. She's like, it's just, I'm like, no, and I texted her the next morning. I said, where the fuck is that sparkly Z Gallery Hobby Lobby placemat? And then she apologized to me. She's like, listen, I am Persian and sometimes I see a sparkle and I lean a little Z Gallery. I said, no, I know. I got it. I saw it. And now we're course correcting. And guess what? It's fucking gone. So the boundary does not exist. But this bitch, okay, Eva, has a hexagon grout heavy backsplash in her kitchen. And to that I say, we can't trust her. To pick a hexagon tile in any format to me is bizarre. But a hexagon backsplash shows, oh my God, it shows lack of boundaries. It shows lack of taste. It shows also just like lack of logistics, like the amount of grout lines. Like when you're making a sauce, like you're making a bowl of chili and you get a little bit of a spillage, you're going to have to, all those grout lines, you're going to have to be scrubbing tomato paste out of those fucking grout lines. I don't want to look at hexagons. And she's got the foliage door wreath, okay, which is crazy. It's crazy. It's like trying too hard to make a house a home. How many trinkets do you have to add into the mix so that you stop crying yourself to sleep at night? It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Clyde is my BFF, my boyfriend, my favorite person in the world, but I will never forgive him for what his pregnancy did to my hairline. After giving birth to him, my hair was, rough. I genuinely didn't think I would be able to get it back looking like it did when I was childless, free, and frisky, but Nutrafol did the trick. Thanks to Nutrafol's postpartum formula, my shedding slowed, the pony was thicker, and overall my hair was so much fuller and stronger. Nutrafol really was a godsend, and trust me, as soon as I pop out baby number 2, I'm back, baby. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, and it's the #1 hair growth supplement brand personally used by dermatologists. Nutrafol's hair growth supplements are peer-reviewed, NSF certified for sport, and clinically tested. It's not a one-size-fit-all approach. They have different formulas for men, women. My sister came over and raided my product closet because she needed some Nutrafol. I mean, it's for everyone and everything. Let your hair be one less thing to worry about. See visibly thicker, stronger, faster growing hair in 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you visit Nutrafol.com and enter promo code BIBLE. That's Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code BIBLE. The second person I would like to talk shit about, this is a hard one because we've got some mutual friends, and I feel like I was just like a week and a half away of being invited to one of her kid music classes that she hosts, but the invitation is lost in the mail and I'm never going. Chrissy Teigen is one that I have, Chrissy Teigen is it's an interesting follow for me, you know, because she's funny. She is funny. Am I being just nice because I'm scared? Maybe, I don't know. She posted something recently that really like turned my life on its axis. She's like kind of coming for my brand. She posted some photos of herself at a funeral, like clutching a singular rose in front of a casket. And I just thought that was a choice, you know? A choice. It was a choice. Posing like I always think about kind of the BTS of the shot. I never take something at face value. So when I see Chrissy Teigen posing in front of a casket holding a singular rose, I think, how did this come to life? Was this a candid shot that someone just took of her in a moment of grief and then they sent it to her and she thought, oh, this is good, I'm going to post this? Or was it staged? Like she's like, hey, take this. And then I'm going to look off into the distance and hold a rose for great grandpa, Arturo or whatever. Like I don't love a puny carousel. Call me kookadoodle-doo. As someone who I've been to more funerals than I've been to. Honestly, I've been to more funerals than I've ever been to Target in my life, and that's the fucking truth. That is hand to God. I've been to more funerals than I've ever been to a Vons. I hate Vons. I will not go there. It's very close to my house, and it's a nice one. I can't go there. I just can't go there. Their whole system is so vakakta. First of all, the lines, the bagging system, there's never enough people, but then too many people. It's terrible. Terrible. Oh my God. Speaking of terrible, I went to a local county fair yesterday with Clyde. We went at 3:00. It was oddly cold out yesterday. It was 70 degrees. So I thought, if I'm going to go, okay, I won't be sweating my ass off. We go to this local fair, ran into a couple listeners. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. Made me feel like a real star for a few minutes there. And besides the people that I ran into who were adorable, when I tell you, I looked around and for whatever reason, the location of this fair, it raised 15 degrees from my house. So I was already pissed. I'm like, Andrew, drop me off at the front. I can't fucking deal. And we walk in and Clyde is having the time of his life. And I'm like, God, I'm such a good mom. Mother of the year. And I looked around as I was drinking my agua fresca and we were waiting in line for the teacups for Clyde. And I looked at Andrew and I said, I have to tell you something. I said, this is lovingly the ugliest group of people I've ever seen in my life. And in my current fragile state, I cannot stomach being around this many ugly families on my day off. You know what I mean? It was a weekend. In the off chance I'm having a reprieve, a family day, I can't go to a place with a lot of ugly families. And I correlate that because when I go to Vons, it's not a bunch of lookers. It's a dog pound in there. The hours that I'm going, it's a dog pound. That fair, that county fair I went to, dog pound. And I'm already just having so many indigestion issues. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I'm sure everyone's a lovely person, but it is almost Leo season, and I got to be honest. I said, Andrew, I don't want to be the most attractive or thin person in the room. I don't want to be, especially not 5 months pregnant. I don't want to be the skinniest bitch on the block. I can't be here. Okay. It's revolting me. There's so many back tattoos. There's too many women in shorts that are too short with back tattoos. I gotta fucking go. So we were there for all of 41 minutes and it was great. That was my sacrifice of the weekend. Can I just say something unrelated? I'm so proud of Hilary Duff. I've been getting fed a lot of Hilary Duff on tour, and I just think good for her. First of all, I love to see a celebrity that's not painfully thin. It makes me feel better about myself. And I just love how she looks. She looks so healthy and strong and content and fulfilled. And she's just out there singing her songs, doing her dance, reclaiming, kind of her career. And I just love to see it. Genuinely so happy for her. Genuinely. Seems like she's having a great time. She's not blinded by the lights. Like, what an example of how to kind of grow up in the biz and handle it so beautifully. Now we're going to do some more of these godforsaken questions that I've just been sitting on and have not pre-read. So, embrace the clunk. What do you think is the biggest red flag that people mistake for chemistry? I think that people are I'll say this for both friendships and personal, like romantic relationships. Besides me and my son, I've never been in like a really toxic relationship, like screaming and up and down and are we or aren't we? Like, I do not fucking play like that. And if for 1 second, okay, and I was thinking about this with Love Island because I'm trying to like get into it, but it feels so daunting to me. If for 1 second Andrew was like playing games or like ghosting me or like seeing other people, this is like a million years ago, okay? But if we were dating and he was like, after one date, still interested in like seeing other people or like not calling me or the tug and the pull of me waiting by the phone, I'd never fucking speak to him again. And I also think that like chaos, like obviously not every day is, skipping through the sunsets, but like I don't really feel like couples should fight that much. But I also don't think that you should suppress it to the point where you're just like buried in resentment. Like I say how I feel all the time, probably too often. Like people are like, pick your battles. I personally, in my marriage, pick every single battle. And like Andrew is so quick to apologize. I almost never apologize. I really do feel like, ladies listening at home, okay, if you are single, you need to find someone that loves you more than you love them. It doesn't need to be substantial, but just a little bit, okay? Because it will serve you the rest of your life. Like the power dynamic has to shift in your favor. And it doesn't mean like you're the alpha or you run the shots or like you're pegging your husband. It just means that like they have to be like slightly more obsessed with you. I genuinely, this is not a flex or a brag, but I have to say this out loud. I genuinely think that something is wrong with Andrew. Like, I think he's mentally ill and doesn't know it because he's so enamored with me. And even when I'm being the biggest cunt in the world, he's still so nice to me and loves me and like thinks it's funny or thinks it's entertaining or just like embraces it. Oh, wait, Sergio's taking a phone call. I'll wait. It's 6 p.m. on a Sunday and nobody wants to leave. I said, you guys, I'm like, go home. Don't worry about it. We'll start tomorrow. Nope. Nobody wants to go. You know why? Because I serve pizza and beer at 6. I like to get them sauced up before they drive home. Just kidding. I do make that joke a lot. Nobody thinks it's funny, but I do. Gives me a gay old chuckle. Anyways, yeah, no, I think Andrew, I don't know if it's like trauma or not being hugged enough as a kid. I don't know what it is, but it's real and it makes me like it works so beautifully for my personal family life. But sometimes I zoom out and I'm like, this man is broken. Like something's wrong with him. I don't know if it's neurological or I don't know, psychiatric, but something's definitely off because I've just never seen anything like it. And it's not a farce. It's not hiding anything. It's very genuine and it really freaks me the fuck out, if I'm being totally honest. So my long-winded answer for that is I think that people really think that like chaos and push and pull is so romantic. And, it's the spark, it's the this, it's the will they want. Like, that's just, it's fun. But I think that long term, it is a bit of a red flag. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you're together and you're young and shit happens, but people really love that. I've never really been into that much. You know what I mean? Like, of course, when I was young, was it so fun to like wait by the phone and like see that feeling of someone texting you or not texting you, or are they going to call? Are they not going to call? Like, that's all so adrenaline pumping and fun. But, when you're really trying to nail it down, I don't think it's as fun as everyone thinks it is. What is the most elegant, graceful way to get revenge on somebody that's fucked you over? Skillfully, concisely, quietly, and with extreme joy and concentration. It's not loud. It's not scary. It's not theatrical. I have found in my life that I used to think that it was more impactful to be loud and scary and scream. And now there is something so bone-chillingly terrifying about a woman with a smile on her face and a twinkle behind the eye. And you don't know what the fuck's going on. If you want revenge, keep it cool, keep it calm, keep it collected, and keep it so fucking concise. You know what I mean? And also, these are the 5 C's. Ice fucking cold, okay? Cordial, cold, concise, cool, calm, collected, okay? Contrived, casual, okay? And calm as all fucking hell. You know what I always say? There is something about being so evil and doing something terrible to someone terrible, and then you just go night-night and you barely even think about it. That's when you know you've done a good job and you've seeking justice. You know what I mean? When you fuck up, it doesn't feel right. You don't go night-night so quickly. But if you're seeking revenge on someone that's wronged you, I'm not a vengeful person per se. Like, I'm not someone that needs to like right someone's wrongs. I will just literally pretend you died and I'll never speak to you again, which I find to be very, very beneficial. And it takes so much to even get me to that point. And it hasn't really happened often. I have only had one falling out with a friend. And it was kind of over something that I did that like on the Richter scale was a 1.5, like a not even a big deal, that she took as a 20. And then I profusely apologized more than I definitely should have. And then she kind of weaponized it, held it against me, got mad at our friends for siding with me and not being more mad at me. And then ultimately came back around and was like, oh, it's no big deal. But then I'm like, no, the way that you handled this actually shows a massive red flag and is a big deal to me. So now you want to come back and now I'm creating the boundary and now I'm not fucking with you anymore. Because you're a fucking weirdo. And at the end of the day, sometimes people are just weird. You know what I mean? And you can't even like really express or explain why. But I've encountered this not often, but here and there. I meet someone and they're not rude. They're not a bad person. They're not a bad time. But maybe they're just really fucking weird. And I don't have a lot of bandwidth to spend time with people that are just really fucking weird anymore. And not quirky and funny and weird. I'm talking about like finger off the pulse of life, like says shit that's like, whoa, that's a weird take. And now I don't trust your judgment on anything or anyone. And I no longer want to spend time with you because you're just a little bit fucking weird. And there's a lot of them. And I'd like to have more sophisticated terminology for it, but I don't. Sometimes you meet someone and I'm like, you're just fucking weird. And now we've said it. Okay. I'm not answering any of these questions. I kind of just make them about me and then go on a personal tangent, but yeah, whatever. Which delusion has served you best in life? Honestly, all of them. I think I'm really attracted to other women like this too. I think like just overly confident people. I just love. I love people who pop off the pages of life and love themselves, and you can tell. You know what I mean? Some people find that to be arrogant or cocky or obnoxious. Not me. I'm very, very attracted to it. Not in a way that's like self-absorbed. And I have to, by the way, I've learned this. Like there's definitely when you love yourself, you know, you're the most fascinating person in the room to you, but it doesn't play well long term. So you have to kind of dip into other people and ask other people questions, which I know can be boring at times if you don't have personal interest in the matter. But it's just a trick of the trade that we have to adapt and we have to learn. But I think being delusional and self-aware are kind of the killer combo, because like if you know you're batshit, and I don't think I'm batshit, but like I have no self-esteem issues and I probably should, you know, I have areas that I could work on, but I kind of don't care at all because I'm so genuinely happy that I get to go through life as me, mostly like I say with my mechanics and nothing else. Like if for no other reason, my mechanics are fucking grade A, top tier, top shelf shit. And you can't buy it and you can't fix it and you can't learn it really and you can't hardwire it and you can't do ayahuasca in the desert to reprogram it. You either just have the wiring or you don't have the wiring. And for that, I am painfully delusionally confident. And I've never really encountered a moment or situation in time where I was like, oh, I can't do it. I'm the opposite. I'm like, I can do anything. I just don't feel like it. And who knows if you know what? I know. I really do believe it. And it's terrible. It's ridiculous to say out loud and it's completely insane, but it's really served me so well. And I really recommend it. And I find that even when I'm like raising Clyde, I try to like do all the same things. Like he's really in this mode where he goes, I can't. And he doesn't mean that he can't. He just means he doesn't want to. So I'm always clarifying. I'm like, you can, you just don't want to. And he goes, no, Mama, I can't. And I'm like, you can do anything. Okay. I say it all the time. I'm like, you can do anything. You just don't feel like it right now. No, Mama, I can't. I'm like, you can. Can't's the real C word in this house. Oh, what flaw are you no longer interested in fixing about yourself? I'm open to suggestions, but I like sometimes I can be so evil. Like I'm definitely my worst. Like, how do I say this? I can go for the jugular like really easily with like no reaction. Like it takes nothing for me to just fully go for the jugular. And sometimes I take it a little bit too far over nothing just to like bury it and make a point. And I can be impulsively evil to like people that I love, never to friends, but like to Andrew, not really to my sister anymore, but like I can pop off, and it takes not so much with Andrew, but with anyone else, like I can like really, I could say something and I know it's terrible. To anybody, I could ruin someone's whole life in a sentence. And I've always thought of that as a good thing, but I think that actually it is a good thing, and I would not like to change it about myself. For me, it's just like a mental sharpening, ready to rumble, fight or flight. Like it's just a practice. It's like jujitsu of the brain. And sometimes I'm like, oh, Jack, you're so like, what a cunt. But then other times I'm like, no, I'm trusting my judgment here. And, you know, I'm so funny that I can kind of just brush it off. Like, I know how to yin and yang it pretty well. Like, I'll say, like, the meanest thing you've ever heard in your life. And then I'll be like, I'm going to make a chicken piccata. We good? And then we just kind of glaze past it. That's not a great answer. I should probably cut that, but we're not gonna. Now we're going to do a rapid fire segment. Oh, my God. Someone sent this in, like, 4 years ago. Love this. Oh, wow. Okay. We're scraping the bottom of the inbox here. Soft launch or a cry for help? Always a cry for help. I don't like a soft launch of any chord of what did I just say? Wait. Oh You guys, the sentences, the brain, it doesn't work. I don't like a soft launch of any kind is what I meant to say. And I've been doing this. Anyone pregnant listening at home, please tell me if this has happened to you. I'll start speaking and then I'm using words that don't exist, and not in the way that I usually do where I'm like throwing in an adjective that just definitely doesn't make sense, but is a word. I'll be like Andrew took Clyde to the golf course, okay, for his first time. I hope it's going terribly. Put him on a golf cart, just like seeing how he does. It's not great. And I was like, are you gonna Clyde golf now? And Andrew was like, what? And I was like, are you taking Clyde to golf now? Like I just like, or I'll say a word that like doesn't even make sense. I'll be like, I packed him the yar. And he's like, what? I'm like, I packed a bar. Like I can't, like the words, I'm short circuiting. I don't know if my wires are getting crossed or I just like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. And I find myself like grappling for words. Like simple words. Like I could go on a tangent about fucking Bethany Frankel for 4 years, but I can't like deliver a very clear initiative of like, don't forget his lunchbox. I'll be like, lunch, kaya now box. Like it's just Swahili. I don't know what language I'm speaking. It's so weird. It happens all day, every day. Would you rather participate in wellness or a cult? Probably a cult. I mean, if I could run one, I think it would be the best cult of all time. For sure. Ooh, what do you think your enemy would say at your funeral? We'll end with this one. I don't know that I have, and I'm not just being delusional here, I don't know that I have enemies. Like, I like to keep it kosher on the streets. Is there anyone that I fucking hate or that fucking hates me? I mean, you know, Melissa Wood Tepperberg would roll through with a celery juice and her fucking, you know, crop top with an oversized leather jacket and say something like, we wish her well, you know, like something really positive that would just make me fucking turn in my grave. I don't think I have any enemies. I mean, if I do, roll through, but I kind of by skillful design try not to like do that. That's not really my mission statement. So I think they'd say, Lila Spish. Anyways, what a fun episode. Just action-packed. High highs, low lows. Thank you so much for listening. Truly, truly, truly. Leo season is upon us and we're going to crank it and get real weird real fast. So just like let me process through my issues, and we will be back and better than ever next week. Thank you so much. Give me 5 stars on iTunes. I really, really need it. Share with your friends. Bye.
Hi, I'm Stassi Schroeder. On my podcast, I share candid updates from my personal life, chat with some of my best friends about what's going on in our lives, give commentary on the latest pop culture headlines, and sometimes deep dive into random topics I'm obsessed with, like human design. It's a bit all over the place, but that's how I like it. And you will too. Listen to my podcast, Stassi, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello, and welcome to Pluto Phone. If you know the name of the movie you'd like to see, just stream it for free on Pluto TV, where all your blockbuster favorites are landing all summer long. Catch Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy.
Fantastic.
Men in Black, 1 through 3.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mean Girls.
Shut up.
Titanic.
I'm the king of the world!
And so much more. For showtimes, press nothing. They're free 24/7.
That is so fetch.
On Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.